Hi there, welcome to Unreal. My name is Bryn, I'm an event industry professional, and today we are going to be talking about how to import from SketchUp to Unreal Engine to do our visualizations. So the first thing you are going to need, and it's going to be an external plugin, and it's called Datasmith. And where you can get this is online, straight from Unreal. It is the Datasmith export plugins, and that you can get that from Unreal Engine. You just type in Datasmith export, that's sort of whatever you can call it, Datasmith plugins. And then you go down, you scroll down here and you go SketchUp Pro Exporter. So I use SketchUp. You've also got all other options for AutoCAD and a whole bunch of other different exporters as well for other different modeling programs. So what we're going to be using today is SketchUp Pro Exporter. So you want to download that. And once you've done that, come back to this video and we will go on to the next step. Once you've finished installing Datasmith to your computer and to SketchUp, you should have this little tab up here. Now, if you don't see that, right click on there, and then you can go down and you can find Datasmith right here. And you click that on, and you should see that little tab there on your taskbar. Open up your project or whatever project you want to export. And there you go. You have your project. It's ready to go up. It's ready to be exported. Now we can hit up the top here. We want to hit export to Datasmith's file. Now what you do from here is you go here and you save it. Usually I try and keep all of my design projects, including the Unreal file and the SketchUp file, like all the project all underneath one folder, but you can save it to wherever you need. Save your folder to what you need to save. So you go there, hit save, exit out of SketchUp. You don't need that anymore, and go into Unreal. Next step is to go to this little box with the plus icon next to it. Click on that, Datasmith, file import. Then you navigate to wherever you've saved your file from before, your Datasmith file. So mine was ultrastage.u Datasmith. Click on that and open that. Once you've done that, you want to go here and you want to add a new folder. Now I decided to call them models because it allows me to add all of my Datasmith models into one folder. We go OK on that. And then we hit import. Allow that to import. Should be pretty quick. And voila, your file has been imported. You might be teleported to another part of the screen, but that's okay. You just navigate yourself back there. Now, first thing you want to do is you want to move what we call the player start to where you want to see your project from. When you hit play up here and you want to see your model without all of these little icons and things that denote other things within your project, we want to start looking at our project from sort of the best place possible. And it gets really annoying when you have to keep navigating yourself to that spot again where you can see the project properly. Like here, if we hit play now, you'll probably be transported inside a stage somewhere. So we want to make sure that that's in a location where we can see it. And I can't even see it right now. Where is this thing gone? Oh, yep, no, it's underneath the stage. So I was 100% right there. So we want to use the location settings on the right-hand side here under the outliner. Oh, hello. Push this to the middle somewhere. Rotate this bad boy around. So we are looking at our stage whenever we hit play. Makes things nice and easy. In fact, I'll even take this further backwards so I can see this from front of house. Front of house being that place there. Now you might open your folder up and your project up and you'll notice that there's blanks and you're like, why can't I see through that model? Why can't I see, there's something that's supposed to be there. Don't worry, don't fret. It is still there. It's got to do with what we call the material. Now, in Unreal Engine, materials are basically, in very, very layman's terms, what the color of a surface is. In more advanced terms, what it means is it's basically the whole texture of a surface. So your surface might be a red surface, a red wooden surface, but you've got imperfections on that. You've got a bit of rust, you've got a little bit of fire damage or whatever the case may be. On that surface, that's what makes up the material. And we can make materials be emissive, so they can be LED, like light sources. They can be, wood surfaces. They can be glass. They can be water. It's a whole bunch of different things. In this particular case, the material isn't set to be two-sided. When you import materials and you import models into Unreal, Unreal looks at things in a 3D world. It doesn't look at things as a 2D dimension or as in a 2D way. So if you've got a surface and you've only added one, like the surface of a particular model, and you haven't added its 3D component to it, it's not going to recognize that that is one surface. You know, you'll see here that it actually does exist. You just can't see it on the other side, which is unfortunate. This is actually a really super easy way to change this. You click on the surface, you find out its material in the right-hand corner here. Click on that. Now, it might be a material instance, which is something different, which I'll go into later. But for now, we want to go to parent. And you will see here on the left-hand side, two-sided. And we want to click that yes. If you can't see that, and for some reason you've decided to click around and you can't see that, all you need to do is click the main here, main node, result node here. Click that and it'll be right there for you. And you want to hit two-sided. Save that material. It won't make any effect until you've saved it. And oh, wow, things have already started to happen. And when you go to the other side here, you will notice, oh, my surface is back. So yeah, that's how you see objects again in Unreal, is making sure that they're two-sided. That is a very common problem that happens whenever you import into Unreal. And yeah, that's the whole reason is behind that is because it's not a 3D object and you can't see it. And when you change those material settings, it means you can see it again, and it's very, very easy. Now, one thing you want to do when you go to the right-hand side here is sort out this mess of a project on the right-hand side here and make it easier for you guys. So you want to go right-click, create folder, hit model. We'll type in model, and then add this Datasmith actor into model here. Keeps things really nice and organized. Trust me, when you've got a complicated project such as this style of project where it's over 300 fixtures, you can't see them all here. I haven't even imported any of the LED yet. I haven't imported any of the lighting above the stage. And this becomes very, very populated very quickly. So you want to try and keep these things really organized. And you'll hit model here. And everything inside your model that you've added to Unreal will have all of these static meshes. Static meshes are basically just like models or objects inside of Unreal. And when we click on this, it will take us to the cylinder. So all these cylinders are all these here. And it can be quite a labor-intensive task to go through and organize these one by one. I wouldn't recommend doing it unless you absolutely have to. Some things you will have to delete, obviously. In following tutorials, we'll be talking about DMX. All of these models will have to be deleted because technically these are just models. They're not DMX-enabled fixtures like Unreal has. They're not DMX fixture blueprints which we can control. Unfortunately, if they were, then it would be a lot of time saved. But for now, that's sort of what we need to do to get models into Unreal. You need to go through, make sure that all your sides are there, and make sure that you're not missing anything from your import into Unreal. Maybe you've unchecked something in SketchUp in the side, in the tags. So make sure you've got everything, because it makes things a little bit tricky later on when you don't have them. My name is Bryn. If you like this series, make sure to like and subscribe. We've got more coming up. And the next tutorial will be talking about materials in a little bit more depth and how to turn this into a real life project.